In the realm of versus battles, there's a few characters and matchups that ignite the imagination of people, like the face off between Hulk and Broly. These two are gigantic, green, weird, angry dudes just fighting for the sake of fighting sometimes. Just getting angrier and angrier with insane, what am I saying? Immense, colossal strength, boundless even, because they can be as strong as mad as they can get. And there's just something about them, mainly their gimmick, being green and angry and getting stronger from being green and angry, that makes people think, what if they fought? And this is very popular. Again, we've seen a dad battle about it. And that battle is about as big as you can get into the power scaling community. It's the pinnacle of this whole fandom, essentially. But I don't think I agree with what they did in that. So I'm gonna do it my own way with my own thoughts and opinions. So first of all, let's talk about Broly. In his Dragon Ball Z non-canon iteration, Broly was already strong enough to just destroy a galaxy after getting mad. That is already some absurd level of power. And World Breaker form, Hulk fights the Century, who is at the very least as strong as the power of 1,000,000 exploding stars. So right off the bat, we're going into multi-solar system to galactic level of strength, just at the surface of it. But obviously there's way more to it. So when it comes to Broly in Dragon Ball Super, we see his power grow exponentially to an enormous extent. He went from being a pretty strong Saiyan to fighting a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyans who are in base already probably like universe level, if we're being honest. And then he fights Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Goku and Super Saiyan Blue, and then even is able to fight with a Gogeta. I think it was Gogeta. It wasn't Vegeta, right? If I mess this up, I'm gonna sound like a fraud, which I am. But he fights a fusion of Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue, and yes, he lost. But the fact that he needed to drive them to that point just makes it 1,000,000 times more impressive than just beating them individually. And it's extra impressive for people who don't know about Dragon Ball because by the start of Dragon Ball Super, and arguably even by the end of Dragon Ball Z, Goku was strong enough to destroy the universe, or at least, affect the universe. And the universe, as you might know, in Dragon Ball Super and Z in general, is formed of multiple kind of universes into themselves. Like there's the physical world in Dragon Ball, which is the size of a universe, and then there's like the afterlife, and then there's other pocket dimensions or other realms. And at the very least, you could say that this universe is like the size of 2 or 3 actual universes. And then on top of that, you have the fact that since then, Goku has had freaking Super Saiyans on top of Super Saiyans. At the very least, from the fight with Beerus, you could at the least say he got 50 times stronger because Super Saiyan Blue is a Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God, and the Super Saiyan level boost is like 50 times. So he got at least 50 times stronger. But then you have Kaioken times 10 and 20. So imagine 50 times 20. So that's like 1,000, I think. Maybe I'm embarrassing myself with the math here, but at least 1,000. And then you put in consideration Ultra Instinct, which, to be fair, he didn't use against Broly. So don't take in consideration Ultra Instinct. Take in consideration him fusing with Vegeta, right? And now they're fused together. They have a fusion. which multiplies their powers compared to each other, right? So you have now not only 50 or 100 or 200 or 1,000, you have like by now like at least like a few thousand times stronger than he was back in the day, meaning that he can, at the very least, Goku himself and especially Gogeta can destroy like thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of universes, right? And Broly is able to go from being a, you know, maybe planet level Saiyan to just destroying multiverses. I, I'm on a lot. I'm at I'm at a loss for words, even describing how powerful he is. So he's pretty ridiculous, just off the bat. But then we go and look at Hulk, and it's like even more insane and unfair. So, like I said earlier, right out of the bat, in his World Breaker form, is able to fight somebody like Century. Century, at the lowest you could say about him is that he's as strong as a billion exploding suns, or a million. That's a big difference, but whichever it is, it doesn't matter, because Hulk is just unimaginably powerful. As far back as like back in the day, he was strong enough to break through the universe or fight characters that can destroy the universe or go to a higher plane of existence and destroy it. Like those are ridiculous feats, but none of that is really important right now, because the current Hulk we have today, Immortal Hulk, or actually it would be that would be the previous Hulk. Technically, this is like a even newer thing for him, but I forgot his name. Fuck it. I tried to look it up, but I can't find it, and it's like in my mind. I know what it is, but I can't name it for whatever reason. It slipped my mind. Whatever. Even Immortal Hulk does it really matter? No. Does it really matter what his name is? No. The current Hulk right now is like, how do I say this so people understand that haven't kept up with it, because I haven't read all of it either. I read some here and there, but current Hulk is basically the embodiment or avatar of the one below all, and the one below all is actually the coin side, the other side of the coin to the one above all. The one above all being the god of Marvel. Now, there have been arguments over the years if he's the truly strongest supreme being. Some people say he's not, some people say he is. Even if he's not, he's above characters like the Living Tribunal or Eternity, who both, in theory, embody the multiverse itself. So already above infinite universes at the very least, and dimensions and stuff. And then above Oblivion, who represents nothingness, and above, like, the one above all is above all almost. There's some arguments you can make that there's some other characters that can fight with him, but he's above so many powerful characters that can destroy universes and multiverses and multiverse of multiverse. That's like, even defining how strong he is irrelevant. And his basically evil side, his other side of himself, his his opposite aspect of himself has given, or not given, but he Hulk is basically his physical avatar, to the point where if you let the universe play out as it should be, the way things go is that at the end of the universe, at the end of the multiverse, actually, at the end of existence, there's supposed to be Galactus and Franklin Richards, who's the son of Storm, not Storm, of Sue Storm, and Reed Richards. So him and Galactus, by the end, are the only ones that are supposed to be alive by the end of death of the multiverse or whatever. And guess what? Hulk or the one above all, whatever, the one below all, are there to fucking kill them. They are supposed to be there at the end of existence, but no, actually, no, you shouldn't. No, you wouldn't be. No, actually, me, Hulk, I'm about to fucking just kill all of you, both of you. Which is technically one, but you get what I'm. Well, actually, you don't get what I'm saying if you don't know anything about Marvel. This is actually pretty confusing. The point I'm getting at is that Galactus is already like a universal or like multiversal level being, higher dimensional, if you will. And then you have Hulk, and then Franklin Richards is even stronger than Galactus, right? And then you have Hulk, this version of Hulk, or I guess in the future, in a fucking billion years or some in a trillion years, he comes in and he fucking kills them because he wants to, and then he's just so unbelievably strong. It's not even funny. It's like beyond multiversal. So what I'm getting at is that Hulk currently fucking destroys Broly. It's not even fun to think about it. It's not even close. It's more of a joke matchup, and the fact that that battle had Broly win is probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. Like it's actually embarrassing because they even acknowledged the one below all into their video, but they argued some weird thing that it doesn't count or it's not real or it's like a whatever they said in that video. It's obviously stupid because since then we've seen that the one below all is basically like unimaginably powerful and Hulk is his avatar or empowered by him or whatever you want to say. Hulk is unbelievably powerful. Like Hulk right now looks at the Infinity Stones and he's like, wow, that's crazy. And then he believes because he doesn't care about the Infinity Stones or the Gauntlet or anything. He's like so much more above that. It's not even funny. So yeah, unimaginable powerful right now. And Brody has no chance. I'm sorry.